What's up, Armor Down? This is the 24th stanza of The Art of Peace. Crystal clear, sharp, and bright, the sacred sword allows no opening for evil to roost. Sacred sword? What's that? It's presence. It's what it means to become fully focused. Now, if presence is an active part of your life and you understand what I mean, don't worry about the rest. But if you want to see this for what it's really worth and you want to train to bring it into your own life, come on. So, it's always good to have something to kind of trigger the mind, right? And what I like about Morihito Ueshiba, who is the founder of the martial art Aikido and whose quotes have populated a book that I use to kind of frame my understanding of the rest of my life, The Art of Peace, is he uses really interesting language. Um, and that language, I think, gives a lot of space for interpretation and participation. But this idea of the sacred sword, the idea of presence being something that can cut through essentially the bullshit, so that more like doubt, worry, fear. Um, but it's not just like doubt, worry, fear. It's those times when you're in a mindset where everything's falling apart and it just keeps getting worse, right? And your mind connects to something else and then something else, and then before you know it, you're spiraling in the combat environment, in the athletic environment, in the argument environment, in the debate environment, in the legal environment. This realm of kind of the catastrophe, the spiraling down, it's powerful. It's really powerful. It hit me the most in the past around insomnia. If I'd get into one of those spirals, it would be bad. And then the worst was the kind of the spiral into self-doubt and identity collapsing, that kind of thing. Yeah, the flashback to that is a tough thought. But this idea of the sacred sword, right? The sacred sword. It's just, I mean, it seems like something out of like Game of Thrones or something. But what it is it's presence. It's recognizing the spin, right? Recognizing thoughts, and then boom, bringing them into the present moment. Now you've got four options, right? There's bell one, which is I connect to my senses. You got bell two, which is let me go through the body. You got bell three, which is let me just focus on the breath. Then you got bell four, let me get to an open hearted place, maybe gratitude, maybe compassion. These are the resources, these are the tools that cut through. Now, when you practice developing that capability. Maybe when you're out in the day, you're out in the world, it's oh, my senses. That helps me. Or maybe it's prioritizing comfort, getting connected there. Or maybe it's the breath, and most kind of meditation practices use the breath as the central element. And sometimes you can get to it. Fourth bell's hard, I think, as a kind of I would say fourth bell is more like the sacred fire, right? It's the spirit within that can be cultivated and expressed through gratitude, compassion, and everything else that fits in that realm. But that's the piece, right? And then the hard part is, can you deploy it when it counts, when it matters? That's why we train. it's that's why we train. So let's do it. So one of the things I've been starting to do is invite people to kind of um, start with kind of an understanding of where you're at, you know? So on a scale of 0 to 10, right? 0 is you're fully present. You are completely with the present moment. 10 is you're spinning around, right? 10 is you're in the past, you're in the future, you're in some kind of mindset. So settle in and give yourself a number. Here comes first bell. Open monitoring of the senses. I'm noticing stillness of air. I'm putting all my attention on my skin. Now there's a bird, so now I'm going to move away from that and go into sound. Taste in my mouth is showing up. Smell. Now I can feel the movement of my skin against the fabric of my shirt. I can feel the light of the lamp off to my right. A little itch on the bottom right lip. The heat of my hands against my knee. I'm ready to go into my body. I'm going to push against the ground. Just like with learning a foreign language, the beginning of a relationship to any aspect of the bells may not have a lot to it. There's just no depth. But what's been happening over the years is subtlety, depth, nuance, connectivity, connections, interplay. These aspects of the language between myself and my own body have evolved. Now I come up to my pelvis. Alignment in the pelvis has a conversation now. There's a reaching with my tailbone to align the base. A release underneath the belly button. A release across the front of the pelvis. When I release my core, I really have to spend time and think about it. And when I say think, I just mean my mind is working with what's present. It's not analyzing what's present. It's working with it. First, it's just monitoring, and then it's coaxing, nurturing, soften here, release here, notice this. My mind is my ally. It's my resource. It's no longer out of control. It's participating. It's in lockstep. Coming up to heart space. In my mind, I'm visualizing my ribs, bottom ribs, all the way around. And then I visualize that space expanding like an umbrella opening. And I can feel it. Throat space, bottom of the throat, collarbones, top of the throat, jaw. Head resting on top of spine. Third bell. Breath practice. In and out. See where the breath is. Each inhale offers feedback. Each exhale offers release. I can feel the breath front. I can feel the breath up. Now I'm going to focus on breathing down. My mind is like the frame. It offers the frame of what's there. And then my body offers substance. That's the form and formlessness. Mind is formless. Body is gives formlessness form. Form, inhale. Formless, exhale. It's the novice. It's the one that misunderstands, that doesn't see this as a relationship between form and formlessness. That's the sacred sword. It's the sacred sword is that which is aware. No evil to roost. That's the getting caught in one, the form or the formlessness. The form is getting caught in the body. Evil taking root in the body is, not paying attention to tension, not noticing how you're eating, not exercising, allowing that form to become not connected to you. It's just happening. Formless. Your story goes into just a tailspin. Your identity becomes contingent upon your own interpretation. You're trapped. And the problem with formless is that it can go in any direction forever. Presence is awareness of form and formlessness. No evil to roost. Just breath. Just awareness of breath. quiet. Let's go fourth bell. Now, add to the form the formless essence of love and compassion. So you narrate it in your mind. I'm going straight to compassion. September 11th, the explosions, the unbelievableness, the memories. Fast forwarding in my mind, basic training, AIT, Fort Polk, Germany, then Iraq. Mindful Memorial Days, Armor Down, Stephen Ross, Cold Star Father, Andrew Ross, died in IED, attack in Afghanistan, Virginia War Memorial, Ruck to Remember, honoring the fallen, and opening my heart to all those that have suffered since, to include the Iraqis, to include the Afghanis, envisioning my heart opening, offering my goodwill, visualizing it, imagining I have something to offer, knowing I have something to offer, and offering it. Feeling my heart. Let's finish up. 2 rounds of breath. I'd say I started at like a 2-3, and I still feel kind of 2-3. I'm just enjoying the silence, the quiet, aware of the quiet in my mind. Just kind of looking at it in amazement. All right, Armor Down. See you later.